Back in the day, when those guys were making moves, they were really making moves. Now we're stepping into that spotlight. No backing down, no excuses. The stakes are high, and the game's as real as it gets. What's good, fam? Your boy is back with another deep dive into some serious street-level happenings. Today, we're breaking down how Pooh Shiesty went straight at NBA YoungBoy on a live stream, and how the 4KT crew fired back in response. This isn't your average rap beef. This situation has some serious heat and could cross into something much bigger. Before we get into the thick of this, let's set the stage and give you the full picture on who Pooh Shiesty really is. This Memphis artist isn't just some random figure in the industry. He comes from a place that demands respect. He's proven time and again that he's not to be underestimated. He brings real street credibility that commands attention. Pooh Shiesty, whose real name is Lantrell Williams, has been grinding since day one. He grew up in the Cane Creek apartments of South Memphis, just a short drive from the neighborhoods that produce legends like Young Dolph and Yo Gotti. But Shiesty's story is a bit different from theirs. He followed in his father's footsteps, a man deeply embedded in the streets who started the record label Mob Ties back in 2006. His dad wasn't just about music, he was real street royalty. Convicted as an accessory in the murder of a local female DJ, he was placed on supervised parole, but didn't stop his hustle. Even under watchful eyes, he ran a trap house on Porter Street, an abandoned-looking spot that masked a serious operation. After months of surveillance, Memphis police raided that very location. They found all the signs of a major drug operation: measuring cups by the stove, digital scales on the kitchen counter, over 1/3 of an ounce of cocaine, 8 pounds of high-grade weed, and $10,000 cash hidden in Shiesty's father's pocket. This was the world Pooh Shiesty grew up in, real street life, no fake gangster act, with his dad constantly on and off serving time. From a young age, Shiesty was already making a name for himself, hustling and scheming, earning the nickname Shy for his clever and crafty ways. As a kid, he was the type to jump on his competition and finesse his way around the streets. By the time he hit high school, he had expanded his network, linking up with childhood friend Big 30 from Whitehaven, along with Little Hank, Antwop, and others. Together, they created the name Choa Gang, a label that quickly stuck and became synonymous with their hustle and loyalty. Now, here's a bit more about Big 30, who's been solid with Pooh Shiesty from the very beginning. Big 30 was already making waves in the rap game long before Shiesty's rise, pulling in tens of millions of streams monthly and securing his own record deal early on. But what stands out is the deep loyalty these Memphis cats share. Just weeks before Shiesty got booked, Big 30 faced felony drug charges in Alabama, only to be extradited back to Memphis for an older case. He posted bond and was out the same day, showing the kind of real, ride-or-die energy that surrounds Shiesty. Choa Gang isn't your average rap crew. These guys live the lifestyle their music talks about. Take Chop Hank, for example. He was locked up for attempted murder after allegedly shooting someone during a case of mistaken identity, leaving the victim paralyzed. Another member was charged with 2 attempted murders. This ain't just talk. It's real-life consequences that underline where these guys come from. The stakes got even higher for Shiesty in 2021, a pivotal year when his career was on the rise, especially with the success of Back in Blood, his collaboration with Lil Durk climbing charts. That same year, he got caught up in serious federal charges after a violent parking lot shootout in Bay Harbor Islands, Florida, right across from the police department. It was allegedly tied to a robbery where Shiesty, trying to buy both drugs and Jordans, ended up having his crew attack the seller, sending him to the hospital. Shiesty reportedly escaped the chaos in a green McLaren, bonded out, and left the state on a private jet. It sounds like a wild movie plot, but federal authorities don't mess around with gun crimes and crossing state lines. Ultimately, Shiesty took a plea deal and got sentenced to federal prison, a period that caused much of the music industry to forget about him. Artists who once seemed close to him stopped mentioning his name, posting on social media, or offering support. But there was one artist who never wavered, Lil Durk. This is where true loyalty shines. Throughout Shiesty's legal battles, Durk was one of the very few rappers consistently checking in, sending support, and making sure Shiesty knew he hadn't been forgotten. At every show and interview, Lil Durk made sure Shy's name never faded away. He was constantly shouting, "Free Pooh Shiesty" from the stage, keeping the spotlight on his boy when everyone else seemed to move on. "We gotta do this one time for our little brother one time, right? When I say free, y'all say Shy." And the crowd would respond with thunderous applause. For those who don't fully grasp the street politics behind this, here's the deal. When someone faces federal charges, especially serious ones, most industry folks distance themselves fast. The feds watch every move, and artists know that openly supporting someone under federal investigation risks bringing unwanted heat on their own business. So loyalty like Durk's is rare. He kept Shy relevant, kept fans hopeful, and refused to let him fade into obscurity. When Shy got out, his gratitude was profound, and he instantly locked in for life with Durk and everything he represents. Now, on to the moment that had the streets buzzing. Shy was just chilling on Ben the Don's live stream, snapping pics with fans and keeping things casual when the real drama started creeping in. A female fan came up for a photo, and Shy asked her who her favorite rapper was. With a bit of fire, she replied, "Films," then dropped a bombshell. She didn't mess with Lil Durk. That small comment flipped Shy's vibe instantly. From calm and cool to visibly upset and heated. You could literally see the shift in his eyes. It wasn't just a fan's offhand remark. Shy and Durk's bond runs deep, and that comment hit hard because Shy remembers exactly what Durk did for him during his lowest points. The tension in the room was palpable as Shy's anger simmered. He nearly lost it right then and there on the stream. That wasn't casual fan interaction. It was deeply personal. The real kicker came moments later when streamer Rocky dialed into the live stream, trying to crack a joke. He said, "I'm 4KT. That's NBA YoungBoy's crew." The moment captured the complex loyalties and tensions swirling around Shy. Loyalties shaped not just by music and friendship, but real street affiliations. Now here's where it gets wild. When someone on the stream mentioned 4KT, Shy acted like he had no clue what that meant, playing it completely innocent. "I'm 4KT? Who?" he said, trying to sound clueless. But we all know he wasn't buying that act for a second. 4KT is famously known as NBA YoungBoy's crew, and everyone in the rap world knows what that stands for. Shy's feigned ignorance wasn't about not knowing. He simply didn't want to acknowledge anything connected to YoungBoy's camp. That's deeper than disrespect. It's a flat-out dismissal. Of course, YoungBoy's 4KT squad wasn't about to let that slide quietly. One of their members released an old clip exposing Shy as a fan of YoungBoy's music while locked up. They dug up footage from a podcast Shy did in prison where he was asked what music he'd been listening to. Shy named NBA YoungBoy clearly. "They drop an album every day on the tablet. I listen to that every day." That clip went viral in no time. 4KT members roasted Shy for pretending he didn't know YoungBoy when in reality, he was bumping his tracks daily behind bars. The caption on the exposure was brutal. "I get it, Pooh. You wanted to be NBA but chose the wrong side by accident. Imagine if you'd been with them. That's some real petty stuff right there." This beef runs way deeper than just music. It's about respect, loyalty, and choosing sides in a rivalry that's been simmering for years. So, why did Shy make this choice? It's about more than just industry politics. When you're as tight with Lil Durk as Shy is, you automatically get pulled into those long-standing conflicts. The Chicago-Louisiana beef between Durk and YoungBoy runs deep. What once was a simple rivalry turned personal when it started involving real people dying on the streets. Every release, every comment is dissected by fans and foes alike. If you ride for one side, neutrality with the other is practically impossible. For Shy, it's not about random choices. He and Durk share a bond tighter than friendship. They're like family. They're comfortable enough to roll through each other's hoods, which in street culture is the ultimate sign of trust and loyalty. Your neighborhood isn't just where you grew up. It's where your people are, where you learned how to survive and thrive. Letting someone from another city pull up shows total trust, a real "I got your back." What sealed the bond was Durk's unwavering support when Shy went to prison. While many in the industry moved on, Durk kept shouting "Free Pooh Shiesty," kept the name alive, and made sure Shy's family was taken care of. That kind of loyalty goes beyond music. It's life or death. But let's keep it real. This beef isn't just words. It's dangerous. YoungBoy has a fiercely loyal crew, spread all over Louisiana, who don't take disrespect lightly. When you throw shots at YB, you're not just starting beef with a person, you're challenging an entire movement. His fans are known for their fierce devotion and their willingness to act, not just talk. Shy likely knows this tension could jeopardize his career, but he chose loyalty and family ties over potential success. It's a high-stakes game where respect, allegiance, and street codes play a bigger role than chart numbers. Here's the wild part. Shy probably never had any direct issues with NBA YoungBoy himself. But because of his tight connection with Lil Durk, he's automatically seen as an opponent. Sometimes, loyalty isn't just about your own beefs. It means picking sides that put you at odds with others, even if you never had a problem with them personally. The Memphis factor adds another layer of complexity. Memphis has its own unique culture, code, and rules for loyalty. Shy represents that third corner in this triangle, but he ultimately chose to align with Chicago because of what Durk did for him. So, this situation isn't simply about rap rivalries. It's about loyalty, gratitude, and the reality that in this game, who you stand with often defines who stands against you. Durk's unwavering support during Shy's toughest moments forged a bond deeper than just music or business. This beef is far from over, and with both camps holding strong street credibility and fiercely loyal followings, the situation could escalate quickly. Loyalty means everything in this world, but it often comes with a price. Right now, Shy is paying that price, and only time will show if it was worth it. What do you all make of this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Shy made the right move standing by Durk? Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more updates on hip-hop drama and street politics. This one's your boy signing off. Stay sharp, stay dangerous.